world. Me always smiles. Smiles always. It's actually smiles always, not always smile. Smile always. So I wanted to show you a comparison of Beauty Blender sponge. I just wanted to dampen this and see. So, what our moms use, this is what it looks like when it's dampened. So, my glasses are in a pit. So I'm going to go in with so much to start with, but I don't want to use, where is it? I was using e.l.f. putty primer, but of course it's not in here to make my video super long. So I just drop it in here. Yes, it is. Okay. So I'm going to go in with this e.l.f. putty eye primer. It's in the shade white. So we're going to be discussing, it's already mentioned it in, my experiences with ghosts using the Ouija board. Everyone has a story, and if you don't, I feel like, I'm not sure if you're a lucky one or not. You know, did I put too much on my finger? Yes. Am I going way up high? Yeah, because I do up here too. Do I like this? I think I do. It's I'm very pleased with this. Just saying, this putty primer, I thought it was just like a spoof, like this isn't gonna work good. So back to the story. So how it's gonna go is, if I don't discuss about the product, which I probably won't, because I know I'm a laser skate, I'm just gonna leave all the products I use down below. And all my products I'm gonna be using are, some are new, some are not. I got a new contour kit, I will show you that, okay? Because it's new. Okay, place that there and do my eyes first, because that's one thing I don't always do. And I'm going to go in with this, and I want to use some of this too. So I'm going to go in with a little bit of a lot. And this is Annabelle's Face and Eye. Used it once. So we're going to not start off in my childhood. We're going to start off while I was about 10 years old. I would say 9, 10. I got a Ouija board for my birthday from my mom, who literally bought it to try for herself. She told me, you know, centuries later in my life. I'm wearing like a yellow, so I don't know what. I think I'm just going to go in with this burgundy and go for gold, okay, because there's lots of gold. So this, I do got burgundy on my dress, so it wouldn't be that bad. Why am I going that? I can stay up here. So what pretty much, so when I got it at the Ouija board about, I think she bought it from Value Village, to be honest, and I was 10. I think I was in grade 6. Because I was not in grade 8 yet. Yeah, I was in grade 6. And the first time I played with the Ouija board with my sister and my cousin. So we're just playing with it. No one answered any questions, which is weird. Like, we're like, is anybody here while we're holding it? Nothing. Oh. Sorry if you see flakiness. It has nothing to do with the primer. I'm just really dried out this year. Like, it's a hot summer. But, yeah, so we were playing the Ouija board. Nothing happened. So, at the end of playing Ouija board, when we wanted to say goodbye. Alright, like, we don't want to play. The rules say you have to say goodbye. So, we try to say goodbye. And before we could say goodbye, my sister wasn't playing tricks. Neither was my cousin, because my cousin was actually terrified. And I think this is the last time she ever, like, hung out with me. Like, like, ever again as cousins. So, I don't know, to be honest. Like, we never did. We never hung out as friends. Nothing like that. So, we're playing the Ouija board like anyone else would. Like, when you're trying it. Try to say goodbye. The Ouija board, the little, I don't know, the little spade thing that you use to point at the letters. I don't know what that thing's called. The little tool device they give you to use flew. And the first thing I said was like, Jenny, don't do that. Like, our cousin's already scared. That's why we're not playing it anymore. Like, and she's like, it wasn't me. So we all ran. We literally ran out the room. The moment she said, it wasn't me, and I'm like, it's not me, we ran out of the room. We're downstairs with Grandpa, telling him what happened, because we're upstairs playing with my birthday present that I got from my mom. And she, if you hear walking around or anything, I don't know, my house has been creepy. Okay? I'm going to be honest. I don't talk to my mom about this. She doesn't even watch my videos. She's a subscriber, but she doesn't really watch my videos. So she might watch this one, she might not. But I don't tell her things like that because it creep her out. There's no one in our house but these lovely cats meow. So, as kids, 10, we run down, tell my grandpa because he's downstairs. Because he picked up my cousin and my mom was out for the day. So, or working or something. I don't remember that night. She's probably out with my dad because they were starting to date again. Leather story. So, we're downstairs listening. And I got a couple Ouija stories. But we're downstairs, like, just telling Grandpa what happened. Literally seconds of telling him, the whole upstairs moved. Well, my sister's right behind us, so I can't be like, oh, my sister ran upstairs to scare us. No, she didn't. She was down there equally as scared as we were. And Grandpa's like, go upstairs and see what that was. Pretty much. And we go up there, and her whole bed, her couch, her table didn't flip. So her bedroom's like, her bed's here. She had her dresser to make a living room. Like, there was space for her to sleep in her bed and roll around and not hit her dresser. So her room was pretty big. But she had a couch in it. And then there was an end table. And then she had, like, a little setup with her dresser to make it look like a bar. So she's so cool, you know. But her room wasn't trash. Like, things were, like, it was a little messy, but it wasn't trash. But things looked like they flew. And the chair table was in the, like, right here with the Ouija. But everything was moved in. So, like, her bed was turned in. Like, the back of her bed. So, this is the corner. Her bed was pushed in. The couch was pushed in. Her bar setup she was trying to make was pushed in. So, we're going to go in with a little beauty benefit liner, which I'm going to be leaning in, so if you guys don't see me, you know why. But I won't stop disgusting. I gotta lean in. Sorry. So, we run down, of course, talk to Grandpa. And tell him, like, her whole dresser's moved. And he's like, and that was the only time I don't ever remember saying goodbye. Like, I played Ouija with people at, like, parties, at, like, a lot of things, okay? Just saying a lot of things. And it's never happened the same way twice. Like, every time I play the Ouija, I've had times where nothing happened, but this is the very first time. And I don't remember us actually ever saying goodbye. So I've always wondered if, like, anything actually was attached to us. Because my cousin didn't do good afterwards, like, mentally. I don't want to go into her business. But she didn't. I'm blooping, but I barely do this, so bear with me. Alright. I'm going to let that dry, because if I keep on going over here and let's darken over here a little bit. And bloop up here, because that's where I blooped up here. Okay, not bad. I fixed it. So, black eyeliner so far feels pretty nice. So, I'm going to go in with a black liner. We're just going to go, maybe not. Maybe we'll try something new. Annabelle, Acagou. It's an Annabelle Kohl. This is something new I never used. I don't like putting my liner on camera. And this is, use a sharpen or something. Okay, maybe this one. I bought these to try. No, this is not working. I'm going to have to use this as a normal liner on the lid. What is this? Is this black? Alright, shiny black it is. From Annabelle. So, that was the first time, like, I ever played with the Ouija in my entire life. I've had other ghost experience when I was a kid. We'll discuss that another time. Alright, so let's go in. I've played the Ouija board with my best friend, where it's gonna be about grade 7 and 8. We played my Ouija board a couple times at my house. Nothing happened, just, you know, playing around with it. Alright, so liner's done, that's done. Keep this out so I remember. So we're going to go in with mascara, and then I'll do my full face and my brows quick. So we are, oh, I should curl these. Sorry. So we kind of just fooled around with it. We never just like, we have to play this, doo-doo-doo. I told her I had one. She wanted to try it because she never had one. So we tried it. Nothing happened as kids. Like the first time. Oh, I went with this with hemp lotion. Just showing you guys what I'm using. I'm going to go in with this because I'm actually a little scared that this is maybe going to harmful to my eyelashes because it's so cheap. And I know this clear mascara could help protect them a little bit, because I don't know what this will do or if my eyelid will fall off. This is the risk I'm taking with these products today. So we're just going in with clear. So me and my best friend, I don't say names so far, I sometimes do. I normally classify my friends like homie, best friend, bestest bud, if you get my hint. So we've played with it. So we're spending a night at a mutual friend's house. We're having like a true girl sleepover. There was 4 of us. It was me, my best friend, her like second best friend, what I would category, and like my friend from elementary school. Well, we just all went to the same junior high and became good friends. And those women are still amazing, I'd like to say. So we're literally just playing the Ouija. It was her Ouija, it wasn't mine. I don't know if that matters to people, but it could. And we're playing it, Her parents went out to drinking because we're teenagers. There's 12, 13-year-old girls. We're old enough. We ate pizza for dinner. You know, they fed us, and then they wanted to go out for a couple drinks and then be back at like 1, maybe 2 in the morning. And they told us that. So we're like, cool, cool. Your parents are so cool, you know, left us alone. So we're bad, okay? We were. And we went into their porn drawer and broke the porn drawer. Okay, because she showed us. Because, like, you found it. You need to tell somebody. I have to look into this a little bit more. Sorry. And is it the best mascara? No. Is it a sheer mascara? If you like a natural eye look, I say go for this. And they, so what we were doing, we stole little booze bottles, you know, the baby ones, the size of this mascara I'm putting on, and drank, I think, 2 of those between the 4 of us. We're 12, okay? We thought we were cool. And then we got the kid next door, like, we convinced my best friend to hit on the kid next door because she thought he was hot, which is cool. Whatever. To get us more booze, you know? And we did. He got us like 2 more. Doesn't mean we didn't get drugged by this guy, okay? He was older than us. Not like drastically, but enough. And a little bit of course, I would repurchase this. This is actually really nice. So, I should go in with some primer. So, we get him to get us like two beers, which I remember him opening in front of us. So, I don't think he drugged us, okay? So, we hung out with him as long as his parents allowed him to be outside, you know, because he was like 14 and we were like 12, so he wasn't like drastically older. But he was stealing his parents' booze for us, and I won't deny that. And we're kids, so of course. So we're hanging out with him for a while, like, and he went inside. So we decided to like, all right, we'll go inside and we'll play a board game or some video games. So she pulls out the Ouija. I'm going to go in with this. And it was cool. Like, whatever. We're playing the Ouija board. We were in their furnace room. We weren't... like... we weren't doing anything bad. I think this is way darker because this is dirty and I'm putting it on my face. Okay, judge me. Judge me, go ahead. Because I would. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't care. It's your life. Get pink eye. But I didn't clean this up either, if you notice. I'm just trying to accept and blend when I'm done everything. So this is the part, do I think I need more? Just a little bit on the ears. I don't like a lot. I'm not a lot of person. Do I want more? No, this actually looks nice. I don't need even bunch me out. Alright, I'm good. So, we're playing the Ouija board, of course, like any kid would be. And I know there's wax and everything in it. Like I said again, I don't know if this smelled yesterday or not, but I'm going to go in with a clear just to be safe. Like, I'd rather not fully lose my brow. I have nothing of it anyways, you know. And why am I rubbing it everywhere? Because I'm afraid, okay? I'm afraid. What do I use for this? I'm just going to go use an angle brush. And going with this little wax. So we decided to play it. We're like, alright, we'll play it. Well, we're playing the Ouija board drunk after hanging out with this boy who, my friend's like, maybe he drugged us years later because we were just talking about this. And I was like, no, this man didn't drug us. We were just playing the Ouija, you know? And she's like, okay, I'll take, you know. And so while we're playing the Ouija, it didn't do the same things as the first time I played the Ouija. So the first time, I'm going to not use this brush anymore. The first time I played Ouija, the thing moved and we forgot to say goodbye. This time, it was starting to tell me that my grandma's here. And I was like, okay, like, legit, my grandma's passed, like, the one, I used this weird brown contour thing, brow kit. Do I like this? Not so much. Do I think I'd like one that costs more than $1.25? Probably so. So, we are playing the Ouija, and I didn't use this, so I'm gonna put it here. So while we're playing the Ouija, we start talking to my grandma, because I keep on losing topic because I'm putting on makeup on, sorry. And while we're playing it, do I like using this wet butter? Yeah. So, we're playing it. So, did I like using this sponge thing on that? No. Where's my brush? I didn't really like that, so we're going in with a hydrator. Just under the eye. I was using Rimmel. And it's more like a color corrector for underneath. And blend this piece out. So, we're playing the Ouija. Like any kids who are playing a board game. It started to move on its own. No one in this room knows anybody's grandparents' name. None. Like, none of these people know my grandparents' name. At all. Okay? Like, we're friends, but we weren't, like, I know your grandma's. Like, I didn't hang out with my best friend's grandparents till I was, like, older. It's a great way to describe it. So, I'm going in with the contour set. I got this from, Ruby Kiss. I'm trying it out. Her first anything. Suggest keep the little thing to keep things, you know, a little more. I don't know what I'm doing with this, so I think I'm going to not go with the darkest shade. Screw it. Let's go in with the darkest shade. Because I like it dark. So we're playing. It says that I lost track when I was looking at myself, okay? I'm going to be honest. It says that my grandma's talking to us, okay? And I'm like, okay, my grandma's dead. A. And I know that. My other grandma's not. My other grandma was full-fledged alive. So I'm like, if you're my grandma, what are your initials? And it's spelled R.S. And I was like, that's my grandma. And, you know, the saying is that, I'm going to go in with a little lighter one to do a little hollow one. So it pretty much was like, we're talking to my grandma, alright? That's pretty much, do a little up here to match it. And then we'll go in with a medium shade, the one below that one, I guess, to do a little contour down here. Just rub it down, because that's how much I don't care about my under chin. And then do a little bit of mixture of this here, because I like it a little defined here. And then go put it all on. Alright. And then we'll go in with the other side, and we'll just grab some of this later and just dip it under. Oh yeah, that's a perfect shade to do on under. Alright. My bags are pretty bad today, so sorry about that, you guys. So, we're playing the Ouija board, alright? So this is the part that I'm going to go in with this blush too, because I realized the blush is like neutral, and this blush is like an orange. So So while we're playing, we assume we're talking to my grandma, and then I was like, you know, remembering TV. I'm like, oh yeah, remember TV shows? They say you're talking to your grandma, but you're really not. And so I put a little up here, a little, you know, a little cross to give me some color. We should, you know what, I'm going to go in with the same brush, but I'm just going to try this highlight and just, no, the highlight does not work with the sponge, so clean this off. I don't do my fingers, but we'll do my fingers today, see, because I'm using cheap highlighter after this. Alright, love this. This was the best. This is awesome. Alright, so we're playing the Ouija board, and I'm like, maybe we shouldn't be playing this, you know? Because I realized, oh yes, I'm going to go in the contour on this. I'm like, what was I going to do? So this little line here is contour. What am I going to use? Do I have a small brush? Okay, maybe this will work. Just to try and pick. Since it's illuminating, just letting you guys know. I will, you know what, I shouldn't do this yet. I should do a setting powder first. Rimmel Mattes. So we play in this voodoo game, you know, Ouija. And we kind of realized that, you know, due to TV, if TV didn't exist then we would be, like, screwed. But due to TV, we realized that we might not be talking to grandma, you know. We could be talking to demons. So we decided, you know, to stop playing. That was the moment we decided not to play anymore, because, you know, we might not be talking to who we think we're talking to. And they're like, okay. So we fully said goodbye. Okay. I remember everything. Am I dusting over everything? Why not? So we... Sorry about the door opening and close. It's windy in my hangout room. Like, we leave, because it's a, you know, smoking room. So, you'll hear it open and close. So, I'm sorry about that. So, we said goodbye. We're like, alright, we're done with this game. You know, like, this isn't cool. We're going to, you know, like, stop. We're going to stop playing this game because it might not be grandma, you know. So, we decided not to play the game anymore, which is understandable. Most kids would, because they're getting scared. But this is when it starts going weird as fuck. No, weird as shit. You weird as fuck. So we're playing the Ouija, and we stopped because they were getting scared. Not even because I was getting scared, but were getting scared. Because me, I'm curious. Even when I was a kid, I was curious because, you know, the first real time I dealt with the Ouija, it was like, it was scary, but it wasn't that scary. But I remember we never said goodbye. So sometimes I wonder, like, did I leave anybody out? You know, like, not even me, but we. And so we said goodbye. I remember leaving the room and nothing else till I went outside to find everyone. Like, I left the room and I don't remember anything else. That's really what comes down to it. Like, I don't. To this day, I'm going to go in with the same brush and into, like, a nude blush. Because... So, to this day, I don't know what happened between the time I started to look for everyone. Maybe I went to the washroom. Like, I don't know. Because everyone ended up going outside. Okay? They're all outside. So, I find my best friend first, because she was, like, right there. And she's trying to climb the wall. So, I'm like, why is she trying to climb a wall? And she's trying to climb the wall to go hang out with my friend who keeps on telling me and her that there's some guy in the tree. There's someone hanging, literally, like, hanging, like, hung by the neck in the tree. And I'm sitting there going, there's no one in the tree. Like, I can't see what they're seeing. Because, like, my best friend's like, maybe we're drugged. And I was like, I really don't think we were. Okay? I think from the point I went to the washroom, or where the fuck I went, so I'm going to assume I went to the washroom because I don't remember where I went. To go find them. Like, where the fuck did they go? They're not upstairs playing video games like we were planning to do. So, I'm going in with this dual highlighter. It seems alright, but it could be because the highlighter cream underneath. So we are I'm literally grabbing my friend off the wall, telling her there's no one there. Getting her to come with me to get our other friend, because she's just, this is not doing what I want, it feels like. This is okay. Like, it's a very sheer. Like, I like the blush better. So, I'm going to go in with Annabelle. It came with a highlighter, too. So, that's that guy. So, I go up and grab her. My best friend's on the port, like, the backyard deck. I go up and grab her. And, like, from the wall. Then I go up and grab my other friend who's on the other side of the fence. Still don't see no guy in the tree, okay? This is what comes down to it. I don't see no guy in the tree, like she says. So I brought her upstairs to play video games. You sit here. You're not allowed to leave the room till we come back. Can you do that? And she's like, yeah, I can do that. And I got her to play a video game. Like, sitting there playing some... Alright, here's my highlight. Some, whatever, Grand Theft Auto or whatever we were playing. And went to get my other friend. And she... Looking cute. So, I'm going to do... Should I do a lip liner? No, we should just... Even though this does... I want to match a little bit. Is this too dark? Yeah. Alright, let's go on with this CoverGirl. It's just like a lipstick. So, she's inside playing video games. Sorry, my lips are garbage. So, we're playing she's upstairs playing video games, and I was like, Jenna, you gotta come with me. That's my best friend's name. I try to avoid, but whatever. My best friend Jenna, she's comes with me. I've known her since elementary, like not elementary, but grade 7 and 8. Comes with me to get her. And I'm sitting there going, okay, let's do this. And the fact that we were not far, so I would say a block, maybe a block away from a school. And we had to run down the street to get to the school because I could see her from like because it looped down and went up to the school yard up top. Like the playground was down a hill. So we're at the end of one street going down to go down the street to go up to the park because you could see her at the park on the main road. So we walked down the road and we hit a point to like the fence where you go into the school called Howard Robertson. Telling locations, like people in town. So we go into like it's a flat schoolyard because we went through it years later because I moved down the street from it and we go to the park to get drunk because it was underage and I couldn't drink in my house. So you know, so we're down at the park and I mean, like, you know, like a ravine hill. You see a ravine, like a ditch at the side of the road that goes loop down and goes up. I mean, there was like waves of it. To this day, there's no waves of hill in that little walkway. Anybody who's gone to school there will say there's no ripple hills there. So I remember running over these hills like waves of water with my best friend. And going up the stairs. But we didn't go up the stairs. We ran up the hill because we didn't see the stairs until we were leaving. So I just remember going over these hills, running up this hill, grabbing my one of my good friends at the time. And she's like, oh, we have to play with this little girl. She wants us to play with us. I'm like, I don't know who the F is this little girl, but I don't see no little girl. And she stopped and she looked at me. And that's when we went down back to Nicole's house and we sat down. And we played video games and we never talked about it. We never talked about anything. We go to bed in the basement because there's 4 girls. There's not enough to fit in her bedroom to sleep. So we're sleeping in the basement. All I remember is none of these girls wanted to sleep by the door where we played the Ouija. Okay? The Ouija we said goodbye on and everything. I chased after my friend and saw a little girl in like a old-fashioned dress with a ribbon, went over tidal waves of grass to grab her, and we never discussed anything. To this day, I just discussed this with my bestie. Like, I need to blend in, I remembered now. I'm just grabbing whatever. This has nudes in it. And discussing this with her recently, and she even says she doesn't remember much of this night. And I was like, really? Because like we ran up and down this hill. Do you remember this? And she's like, they were hills, weren't they? It was like running through a ravine hill, like we were going over oceans. And that was the first time next to us like from us hanging out as friends, you know, playing with the Ouija, like literally all I remember is us like sitting in her basement, okay, sleeping. We're falling asleep. I had to sleep by the door because they were too scared to keep on going back to the other scene because, like, it's like every time I talk about it, more and more comes out. And it's like 40 minutes now. So I'm going to try and sum it up here, okay? And no other time I played with the Ouija ever been this intense or this experience. So, my look, very cute and pretty. I actually really like this look, so I did a good job. So, we are in the basement sleeping. So we just finished playing video games. There was not enough room on our bed and in our room to sleep. So we decided to go downstairs and hang out down there, eat some pizza and some chips, and had like literally some water and went to bed. And I just remember them waking up, all of them, freaking out because one of my friends had a necklace literally right beside me. Her cross, her golden cross she got from like somebody, rips off her neck and flown across the room. And I don't remember anything past that point. I don't remember waking up the next day, going home, I probably got picked up from my best friend's mom and dropped off at home, or my grandpa or my mom picked me up and picked her up and brought her home too. So, or Sam home even, because we didn't live far from each other. Like my one friend that we slept at lived farther away than we did. So, yeah, that was the most intense. So, like, we went from playing with a Ouija board, talking to so-called grandma, saying goodbye. This time we said goodbye with her Ouija board. Going to the washroom, I presume. I don't remember what I did. And then going outside through their backyard, finding my best friend climbing a wall, saying there's a man hung in the tree. Well, her running around this tree saying there's a man in this tree. He's hanging. Like, literally. And then bringing her upstairs to play video games. And, like, running down the street. Going over rapid of grass hills, like water waves of grass, climbing up a hill to actually see her with a little girl. Like, with my own eyes. I'm not sitting there going, oh, I pretend to believe this. No, I saw it with my own eyes. So, we went up there, grabbed her, told her this is not a little girl, if you see this, because I saw this, and ran. We ran all the way back. I grabbed her hand and said we had to go, and I dragged her all the way back to the house. We're in the house, and played some video games together, ate some more junk food, had some water. Literally, we drank water after that point. And because, like, what if this guy did drug us and drug them, and they might have drank more beer and hallucinated? But I don't think so. I didn't see anything in that tree. But I did see her run around with that little girl holding hands playing on top of the schoolyard hill. And I remember going over rapids. So, we're in the house. Time for bedtime. No one would sleep by the door, so I had to sleep by the creepy door. And I literally watched her holy gold cross rip off her neck and thrown across the room. I like to say, in that household to this day, their family, after that, maybe wasn't whole in the first place or together, but I swear her family and these two people being our friends literally kind of stopped around that time. I didn't hang out with these girls anymore. They kind of stood off, like me and my best friend went one way and they went another way in life, and that's okay, that happens. But, like, we did the Ouija board in their house, and their family kind of, like, puried. And the thing is that we said goodbye, and I think the portal stayed open. Even though you say goodbye, I think the portal stay. Or maybe something attaches to you. All I know is that I can sit up here in this room and film videos. And yes, I have cats, and you can assume it's cats running around. But every single day, it sounds like there's somebody walking downstairs. And there's nobody in my house because I was in the basement doing the laundry. Come upstairs, no one on the main floor but my two kitties. And then come up here. And there are very few times. Only one time I've had a ghost experience, and it was with the only man I dated. and we're sitting in my bedroom. Well, no one's home. And we're hanging out. We, you know, hanky-pankied. And then I heard a little girl run up all my stairs here, laughing, giggling, and slam my sister's closet door. And there's nothing in my house. If there's something in my house, it'd be a dog, somebody's passed dog. My cats, both of them passed away here, and my dad. I think there's an old Spanish man and a woman. I've seen a woman, and probably some sprites. I would say some soot sprites and some light sprites, because we got a garden outside, and inside this house is so old that it could attach sprites. Sprites have been around forever. So there's things like that I could presume. But this thing was attached to him, and he was terrified for me to open these doors to look. I said, there's nothing there, and he said he doesn't want to talk about it. So this guy played with a Ouija board or did something bad to a girl. That's no ifs, ands, or buts. Don't think he's a bad person. Well, he cheated on me, so technically he was, but it's more humane than we think it is. So I'm going to let you guys go because I'm talking to you for 45 minutes. It's the longest video. I'm a blatherskate. I'm sorry the video is so long. And I have no editing, so you get the raw footage of everything in my... I don't want to edit. I watch all these people edit so much that out. Like, what are you taking out? What, are you afraid these people aren't going to agree with your opinion? Don't fuck off then, because you know what? You're human, and their opinion might not be right. And maybe mine's not right, but doesn't mean they can put you down for over it. So this is some of my experiences with the Ouija, with ghosts being attached to other people, like my partner at the time. And yeah, I'll talk more about ghosts, my personal experience as a child, which I don't discuss often with people, because people will associate seeing these spiritual beings as schizophrenia. And I really don't think I have schizophrenia, because if I did, I'd be going around killing everybody and telling them to fucking go to hell. Like, I'm not that person. I'm very, I love having all these people in my life. I'm blessed and I'm thankful. So, going from that, I will send you praise. If you watch this and you get nervous about things in your household, seek help. Do not sit there and do not seek help. Seek help, because sometimes it could be a ghost. It maybe is not your brain. Sometimes things that people think they aren't what you think it is. And sometimes you think things are just in your head and they're not, like your cup moving. You don't know if that's really you put the cup in the wrong spot or did the cup fucking move. Like, that's why they say don't put mirror against mirror, which I do. I don't care. Like, if they're going to come through, my theory is they don't need a mirror to do that. They're going to do it anyways. If they're going to come into your house, they're going to do it anyways. If they're going to come and hurt you, they're going to do it anyways. What you need to do as a person to protect yourself, which is the best way, is you can do herbs, spices, things like that. But tell them, you don't own me. Get the fuck out of my house. You don't own me. Get away from me. And if that doesn't work, then you go send them some wrath of God. Because they are terrified. Aliens don't like Jesus. Demons don't like Jesus. Nobody don't like Jesus. Jesus didn't do anything bad except try to be a good being and help you get to heaven. Help you get to move and do a second life. Or not to go to hell. People don't think these places are real. People think these are all fake. And they're fully coming out with everything's real. So I'm hitting 15 minutes because I can't stop talking. So we'll talk about like aliens, UFOs, things like that in a different video. Because I've seen things in the sky. I have had UFO encounters. So not like in my house aliens. No. But I've had some weird shit in my house and it's not due to people. So I hope you guys are doing well. I will talk to you about more of other encounters I've had. I think I have already, but I will do a recap because I don't recall. So I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys healing, love, praise, do well, try to achieve. Don't hold yourself back. don't let the demons win. Don't let the entities win. Don't let the government win, because they're working with those son of a bitches. And don't let them ever tell you that you are not loved by these people. And don't let people fool you into, I can be a miracle worker. If everyday person can't do that, there's something wrong with this person, even if it's Jesus, okay? That's something you gotta watch for. Like, just saying. So, I hope you guys are doing well. I'm just blathering on again and again and again and again. So, see you around. 1,000,000,000 dog kisses. Have a great day.